Have you been riding alone on Zwift? Are you looking for a challenge? Have you heard of WTRL's Thursday team time trial and want to get started? Let's give you some tips so you can bathe in that team time trial victory. Obviously, the first step to any good team time trial is having a team. Around here, we're a little partial to dads inside riding trainers, but you can understand why. So get yourself a team of 8 people and head on over to WTRL, or World Tactical Racing League. These guys organize and put on multiple events, one of which is their Thursday team time trial across many different zones. The next step is linking your Zwift account to your WTRL account so that you can ride and be recognized. Okay, back to the team aspect. WTRL breaks their teams into coffee classes, ranging from Doppio all the way down to Mocha. The gist of it is you're allowed to have 3 high-powered riders for each 8-person team. For example, if you're riding Latte, most of you are C, while the top 3 are going to be B. Now you're going to decide when you're going to ride. Looking at this table can be a little confusing, but basically you want to pick zones that fits in where you live. So pick one that sticks with you throughout the year. One more thing, you're going to want to make sure you're registered at Zwift Power. That's where all the real racers are. Oh, the other most important thing is don't use a TT bike. You're going to want a regular bike because drafting is everything. Confused yet? Yeah, thought so. Now it's time to communicate with your team. I guess you could go the old route, text or even homing pigeon, but most of us like to use Discord just because it's easy to plan and also communicate on day of. And yeah, makes things easier. Then you'll get a delay. That delay is how much time you spend after the actual official time starts, before your team takes off. This helps to keep teams separated by up to a minute, sometimes even just as little as 30 seconds. While you're in the pen, you can finalize those last-minute details of your plan and maybe even take a nap, depending on how long your delay is. For those long delays, you can also get in the pairing screen and keep your warm-up going. Once your timer hits 0, your team takes off, and you start the rotation. The rotation will be determined ahead of time based on your team's plan, but basically you're going to want to pull at a higher watts to keep the front of your team moving at the agreed speed or power that you have planned on. The length of your pull is directly related to your fitness and how strong you are compared to the rest of your team. Sometimes you'll take 60, sometimes just as little as 30 seconds, but the goal is to keep your team as close to your target speed as possible while you're pulling. Once your pull is over, you can then fade to the back of the pack and try to get some recovery so that when you're up again, you're fresh as can be. Basically, from here on out, it's just rinse and repeat. Just try and stay on as long as you can. Sometimes you might drop people, and sometimes they may stick with you till the end, but the climbing is really where it's hard because you have to balance your higher-powered riders with your lower-powered riders to make sure that people stay on as long as possible. The hard part's pretty much over. If you have things that don't make sense now, it's okay, because most of the time you're going to be riding with people that are more experienced than you and can coach you through that first part. We all firmly believe that having fun is the first and foremost goal of any ride. So get out there and give it a shot.